Hey, what's up everybody? Rob here from Ram Studio Comics. Welcome back. So in today's video, this is a time lapse from Procreate, working on the iPad Pro once again, and drawing Rogue from the X-Men. And this is actually Rogue when she goes to live in the Savage Land. One of the cool renditions or concepts of Rogue that I always like revisiting from time to time. So what I'm trying to do here is, kind of a sexy female pinup. And you can see I'm going with a more voluptuous kind of body to her, and I'm, really restructuring the design as I go here, as I always do. I draw through a multitude of times. Like the face, I think I had to redraw about good 10 times or something. But faces are tricky, or for me anyways, maybe for you they're quite easy, I don't know. And then also with the proportions of the body, you'll see me adjust that a few times as well. But basically, one of the things I try to get early on whenever I'm trying to draw a beautiful woman is lots of curves to the body. So that's just, obviously there's a lot of interpretation there as to what you like and what you don't, things like that. But when drawing the female form, I try to get lots of curves, and I tend to stay away from straight lines to give it a more softer feel to the anatomy. So some straight lines to chisel out the muscles, but not as many as I would use on the male character. Now obviously for style choice, you can do whatever you choose there, but I tried to use a lot of organic shapes in this design. I'll tell you, one of the things I was kind of thinking of, and I probably should have pulled it out and referenced it, was my old Burn Hogarth books. And Burn Hogarth always did these really neat, jungle scenes because he worked on Tarzan. So I started to think about that as I detailed the tree and stuff like that. And again, I should have pulled those books out and really referenced them because his dynamic light and shadow and inking process for all that was just fantastic. So if you've never looked at that, be sure to check it out. I always recommend Burn Hogarth for any reference. Whenever people ask me about books for reference, that's one of my go-to resources, because he's one of the people, even though I never had the pleasure to obviously meet him or anything like that, his books really helped hone my skills and shape the direction that my art would take years later. So, and even to this day, because I look back and reference them. So with this one, again, just really trying to get that sensual female into the work. I think it's a great thing to practice. You got to have this nice range of your character designs. And although it's very easy to just draw tough guys and superhero males and pretty females, we also have to take time to draw the overly skinny characters, the fat little pudgy characters, the ones that are just, odd proportions in general, so that there's a nice variety to the characters we can design. Because to tell a good story, obviously you need this range. Now when you're doing a pinup, it's easy to isolate this one thing that I'm working on and really go for that. And here I wanted to do a little bit more of a detailed background and things like that. So this is fun. This is like good times for like rendering and really trying to capture, again, just a singular type of atmosphere and shot. But again, we're also going to need to really stretch the range and get into a lot more panel shots and different emotions that are captured with a variety of characters. So there'll be more videos on that real soon. But I sketched this out and I figured I would share it with you. And I'd love to get your feedback like anything else that I draw. I want to know what you guys think of it. You don't have to just tell me the good stuff neither. If you see flaws, point them out. I'm okay with that. It's all in the sake of getting better. So what else can I tell you about this piece? It took about probably 8 hours. I didn't track it as well as I probably should have. But I know it wasn't a very quick piece. Like typically a one-person shot like this would probably only take me 5-6 hours, but I did do some revisits to it. I did re-detail the tree, I guess, and I really struggled with the look of her face. I'm still not entirely happy with that now looking at it, but I think it was more of an 8-hour piece, which for me is a little bit longer these days, but it tends to happen. So it's always that idea of how quick does the concept come out? Do I have to keep messing around with things? Like I struggled with the hair there for a minute. And it's funny because there's certain elements where I'm like, goodness, I've drawn hair 1,000 times. Really? Am I struggling with it? It's just the way it is. Sometimes you're feeling that ebb and flow, and other times you're like feeling like it's the first time you drew something. It's really strange. Probably has something to do with my lack of sleep. I don't know. But I'd love to know what you think of the artwork and what you'd like to see in the future. If there's a certain character you'd like to see drawn, make sure to comment below. Maybe we can get that on the schedule. And I appreciate everybody's support of the channel. As always, keep drawing, keep having fun, and I will talk to you soon.